So, the Find X8 series was actually the dark horse among Android flagships in 2025. In fact, the compact Find X8 and this one, the Find X8 Ultra, were two of my favorite Android flagship experiences of this year. And if you ask me, the Find X8 Ultra was possibly the most complete Android flagship experience out there, because every other Ultra flagship in the market has at least one weakness. For example, with the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, the battery life was a weak point. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is a fantastic phone, one that I was using as primary for the longest time, but the cameras were not up to the mark of the other Ultra flagships. And the X200 Ultra's problem was, of course, the overall OS experience. In comparison, the Find X8 Ultra has a nice streamlined design, very good looking one too, and it has a great in-hand feel as well. You also get excellent performance and the smoothest operating system experience. Plus, you've got the absolutely fantastic set of dual periscope cameras, big batteries, fast charging. So you see where I'm going? A very complete Android flagship. But, and there's a big but, mind you, is that the Find X8 Ultra could only be experienced by Chinese users because it wasn't launched globally. Now, all that could possibly change with the launch of the Find X9 series, fingers crossed, and that's exactly what we're going to be discussing in this video. We're going to look at all of the information that we have currently around the Find X9 series and what to expect from it. Plus, I'll also give you my experience of using the Find X8 Ultra so that you can look forward to what's going to come in the future. Alright, if you're watching me for the first time, I'm Ashad. This is Trakin Tech English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. First, let's talk about all that OPPO has officially confirmed about the Find X9 series through their official channels or through their product manager's Weibo account, where he's pretty active, I must tell you. It's confirmed that there are going to be 4 phones in the series, the Find X9 and the Find X9 Pro, which are, by the way, launching on October 16th in China. The other 2 phones in the series are the Find X9s and the Find X9 Ultra, which will possibly come sometime in the first half of 2026. The Hasselblad partnership will continue with OPPO. Of course, OnePlus doesn't have the Hasselblad partnership anymore, so OPPO is going to continue that legacy. And a new Hasselblad kit is confirmed to come for both the Find X9 and the Find X9 Pro. But there are some unofficial renders that have leaked out, and apparently it's not going to look like that at all. It's going to look completely different. Let's wait and watch. And OPPO has confirmed, in fact, they did confirm to me as well recently when I met them, is that the Find X9 series will have video capabilities that can actually rival the iPhones. Oof, that's going to be spicy. There's one official photo of the OPPO Find X9 that was revealed, and that's of the front, which is basically the display. And just take a look at the bezels around the display. They're just 1.1 millimeters thick. They're actually slimmer than the iPhone 16 Pro Max pictured in the photo itself, but they're actually slimmer than the iPhone 17 Pro Max as well. So basically, these will be the narrowest four-sided equal or symmetrical bezels on a phone yet. Of course, it goes without saying that all the 4 phones in the series will continue to use flat displays, which has become the norm in the industry anyway. By the way, the display is expected to go down to 1 nits this year. This is another industry trend that we will be seeing in 2026. And the display maker Tianma has confirmed that the Find X9 series will support 3840Hz of PWM dimming, and it will also have some AI-based active eye care protection mode as well. By the way, the Find X9 will be about 7.9 millimeters thick, and the Find X9 Pro is expected to be 8.25 millimeters thick. The Find X9 is expected to weigh about 203 grams, and the X9 Pro will weigh about 224 grams. Now, official posters of the phone have started coming out, and from that we can see that the circular Oreo style camera layout that we saw with something like the Find X8 Ultra will not be continued with the Find X9 series. You'll actually get a square camera deco. Initially, when the renders came out, I was like, hey, that doesn't look that good, but the actual photos of the phone, especially there's this burgundy color variant of the phone that looks really good. Now, talking about which, here are the colors that are expected with the Find X9 and the Find X9 Pro. The Find X9 will have a velvet light titanium variant, frost white, mist black, and the X9 Pro will have velvet sand titanium and frost white. Now, last year with the Find X8 and the Find X8 Pro, we got the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 SoC, and this year that's going to be upgraded to MediaTek Dimensity 9500. I'll show you the official architecture of this SoC on the screen right now, but what you need to know is that these are all big cores, and there is a huge performance bump to the GPU. So this is the ARM G1 Ultra GPU that you get with the MediaTek Dimensity 9500. The battery information has also started leaking out. The Find X9 is expected to get 7025 mAh battery, whereas the X9 Pro will get a 7500 mAh battery. Of course, both of these are going to be based on silicon carbon technologies, and the one good thing about 2026 phones or 2026 Android flagships is going to be the fact that you will get these large batteries, but we'll have to wait to see how the optimization will be done. The charging speed is expected to be, of course, 80 watts, which is standard nowadays, but interestingly, that same charger will also also support, including the phone will also support 55 watt PPS standards, which is upgraded from the 33 watt that is currently possible. And generally PPS is considered to be like the safer fast charging protocol. So yeah, so this is a good upgrade for sure. In fact, if you look at it, PPS charging is used by Samsung as well, and they top out at about 45 watts. The one thing that I am really excited for is the fact that the Find X9 Pro is going to get a 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens for the very first time. This will put it in line with the Vivo X200 Pro series and of course the upcoming Vivo X300 Pro as well. So yeah, we should be looking at some serious improvements to periscope performance or telephoto performance. Now, ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner will continue to exist. There'll be IP69 rating as well, but there are strong rumors that you might get MagSafe like wireless charging with the phone itself. In fact, it's not just rumors. There's a fair bit of detail which indicates that there is definitely a magnetic style charging coming really soon. And finally, ColorOS 16 based on Android 16 is expected to launch with the Find X9 series for the very first time. So I'm excited for that as well. And they did release an official preview video, and just look at the kind of animations and smoothness that you can see on screen. It's fantastic. And more importantly, even the lock screen wallpaper has this sort of like dynamic effect that sort of changes when you look at it from different angles. Looks good. Now to sum it all up, you can see on your screen right now a handy spec sheet comparison of the Find X9 and the Find X9 Pro from all of the official information and the leaks and rumors that we have already. A lot of what you see about the upcoming Find X9 series is built on a strong foundation that was laid by phones like the Find X8 Ultra, and I've been using it, so I wanted to give you like an idea of what it is like to use an OPPO flagship. Now firstly, the design is supremely streamlined and well balanced. It's actually the most comfortable Ultra phone to hold and use of all the Ultra phones in the market. For example, the Xiaomi 15 Ultra and the Vivo X200 Pro are slightly top heavy despite the fact that they're ergonomically well balanced, and the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is sharper around the corners. In comparison, the Find X8 Ultra is very, very comfortable to hold. And of course, I'm going to say this with a fair bit of confidence, is that the ColorOS 15 experience that you get with the Find X8 Ultra, and of course the ColorOS 16 experience that you will get in the future, is the fastest and smoothest operating system experience out there, bar none. And we keep forgetting the fact that ColorOS is actually the code base on which Realme UI and OxygenOS are based on at the moment. Performance has been rock solid. Here are comparison scores of AnTuTu and Geekbench against other Snapdragon 8 Elite phones, and even the battery life has been fantastic because Snapdragon 8 Elite's efficiency has been really good this year. But the most important thing is the way the camera experience has been tuned with the Find X8 Ultra, especially the fact that you get a proper dual periscope setup, which is not available on any other Ultra flagship or any other phone in the market for that matter. So you get rock solid detail retention with the primary camera, and with the dual periscopes at 3x and 6x, you do get fantastic shots. In fact, from when I initially tested, the quality of the zoom performance has improved with updates, which is definitely reassuring. In fact, OPPO has been relentlessly pushing out updates, which is definitely a good thing. And at longer zoom ranges, like for example 20x, 30x, 60x, the kind of photos that you get with the Find X8 Ultra are definitely usable. In fact, since the 6x periscope camera has a close focal length, you can take really gorgeous macro shots as well. I did take a couple of shots and they do look pretty impressive. Also, the portraits in particular have exceptionally good edge cutout and bokeh drop off that looks natural. And finally, the master mode is easily one of my favorite pro shooting modes out there, because take a look at the difference in skin tones here with the master mode and with the auto mode. The master mode actually does showcase skin tones much better. My only appeal to OPPO when I previously tested the Find X8 Ultra was to actually improve the skin tone experience with the auto mode, but considering that it was only the Chinese variant of the phone and they were tuning it to be region specific, but when it comes globally, maybe they will fix this problem, and I hope that India is also in the list. So the rock solid performance and the dependable performance of the cameras in general actually gives me like good hope for the Find X9 series cameras as well. And if they improve the hardwares and the processing stack, plus the fact that they're saying that the video recording capabilities will be improved, I'm looking forward to it. And truth be told, if the Find X9 Ultra does launch in India, there is a high possibility that I might end up using it as my primary phone. So yes, that was all about the leaks, rumors, and official information surrounding the Find X9 series in a nice little video package for you guys, so you can know what to expect. And I also gave you the context of using a Find X8 Ultra because we've been using one, and I wanted to share that experience with you because it's not available in India. And if it does come to India, this is what you need to expect, and you can expect good things. All right, that's it from me for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.